Today we're going to be talking about failure and why it's critical for your growth. We all know success is great. It makes you happy, right? You've accomplished something in life. But what about failure? Is this something you should avoid? Of course not. You should embrace it. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and try to fail at everything, but when they do come, you should definitely take that as an opportunity to go, oh, well, yeah, I mean, it freaking sucks. Take some time to recover from it, but definitely learn from it. Because this is something that you do not want to experience again. And pain is the greatest teacher, along with failure. Goes hand in hand. So the story is, growing up as a kid, I wasn't ever given the opportunity to truly fail. And by that, I meant in the form of academics. I was enrolled in piano lessons, art lessons, Chinese school, you name it. And all of them I excelled at. I mean, failure was not an option in a Chinese household, right? Especially when you got a tiger mom looking over you, watching your every move, making sure you study. And to be honest, I was academically gifted. I didn't really have to study. I was one of those kids that crammed 1 to 2 days in advance, and I was ready to be number one in class. So that proved to be another detriment. It all came easy to me. So those successes were my baseline level. So I didn't know the true highs nor the lows. I just took it as it is. Scoring at the top of the class was something just normal for me. And of course, you know, coming from an Asian household, you got 3 paths for your future. You either become an engineer, a lawyer, or a doctor. And my path was to become a doctor. So I was never truly passionate about that. It's just something that came that I accepted as is. It's like, oh yeah, my parents said I was gonna be a doctor. All right. I wasn't gonna say no, really, because I was freaking good at it. I was good at biology and all that stuff. I didn't really put forth that much effort, but I got into med school. But after a couple years, cramming didn't work. Especially with the sheer amount of information you have to store in your brain for the final exam, for the board exam. Yeah, that was just way too much stuff to cram. So I may have passed my regular courses, but when it came to pass the board, unfortunately, I was short. Barely failed. And you would think that hurt, but I felt a sense of relief because, like I said, I wasn't really all that interested in being a doc. I mean, sure, I spent pretty much my whole life studying BDAD, so if I passed, I would have gone through and finished it and become a doctor. But failing also gave me a sense of relief. I was like, all right, well, I guess I can do whatever I want now. And that was when I finally actually started failing, because that was when I actually pursued what I wanted to do, put forth effort. And as I've stated before, if you actually sacrifice blood, sweat, and tears, poured your heart out, and you came up short, oh yeah, now that actually hurts. And yeah, I've gone through some lows since. And yeah, those were definitely the greatest lessons, because every time something like that happened to me, a calamity, a misfortune, those were the times after that was the time where I experienced the greatest growth. So if you come into failure in the future, take it as a learning lesson. Take some time to embrace the pain, but also know that this will be your greatest lesson. And cherish that too. I truly appreciate all the misfortunes that have befallen me. And I'm not gonna say I'm looking forward to more failures to come, but I'm certainly not gonna shy away from them and avoid them. I mean, after all, they're inevitable. If you're striving for success, you're always gonna run into failure. That's how you learn and grow. And you just gotta embrace all of it. That's it for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.